Hi everybody and welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to be quickly talking to you about mental indigestion. Now, we know, and maybe a lot of us have had stomach indigestion, and that's when we've eaten something or taken something down that hasn't quite agreed with us. And it's the same thing mentally too. You can get mental indigestion. Now, mental indigestion is where you are taking on board thoughts, ideas, concepts of other people, but yet it just isn't quite right. It's not sitting well with you. And so you are going through this battle within yourself in finding a way in how to accept it. And you're maybe trying to force yourself to try to accept something, an idea, a concept, and it is just not working out. And no matter how hard you try, and you go to somebody and you ask them to help you convince yourself in what you have been given and told to be right, it's just not working. And so there's this conflict. And so many people go through this unnecessarily because one, they don't fully understand who they are. They have not put in those necessary filters to protect themselves so they can filter out all those erroneous ideas, thoughts and ideas from other people and from within themselves as well. And so they're prepared to take on things just to keep face or just to keep the peace, instead of saying, you know what, I think I need to just stop and check that, or let me get back to you. Some way that they can give themselves breathing space so that they can find a way and correct the situation. And you don't need to be rude about it. You don't need to be, arrogant and just ram back down the truth down somebody's throat. But you can find a way that is manageable without compromising yourself. Because mental indigestion is basically compromising on the core truths of who you are. And when you are compromising on the core truths, the values of who you are, that's where things start to get tricky. And this is where things can start to snowball quicker than you realize. And that's why it's so important that, one, I suppose the first thing is you need to make sure you've got a way to put things on hold, on pause, so that you yourself are not dragged into something quickly without you realizing it, or it's gotten out of hand so quickly that you are in a quandary. And so giving yourself the opportunity to put some things on hold, those ideas, thoughts, is going to be very important for you. The second thing is this: understanding that the compromise that's been given to you has most likely been thought out carefully by the other person. And they've come to you and they're expecting you to make a decision, a snap decision on that spot, whilst they themselves have had time to think things through. And I myself have experienced this myself many times, and I started to realise, and I put it to the test. And I remember a few times somebody came to me and said, we need a decision, a split decision, like now. And I stopped and thought. I said, okay, but quick question. How long have you known about this problem? They said, oh, a week or two. Okay, right, okay, I'll get back to you in a week then. Alright, and as soon as I said that, it was a different ball game. They was protesting with me and says, how can you be saying this? I said, well, you've had a week, and truly I deserve a week to at least consider the situation. And as soon as I said that, I knew it wasn't something that I should be taking on. Right? Because I knew it was going to be giving me some mental indigestion. And so, again, you got to find those ways of stopping and checking what's really important. Give yourself that space. Put in those checks and balances so that you yourself, can have that space that you need. Because you don't want to be taking on unnecessary things that you should not even be considering. Well, my other point is this. Course corrections are necessary many times in life. And when you are getting some kind of mental indigestion, it's time to do a course correction. You need to be examining what is really happening around you in your life. Because if you're not at a point where you're happy, contented, or you're doing the things that you are really wanting to do, and you are feeling that you're compromising yourself all the time for the sake of somebody else or for sake of an organization, then you need to be examining the situation and think, can you be elsewhere? Can you be doing something that is much more better for you, where you will just flourish and move and grow into the person that you're meant to be? You want to be removing yourself from any situation that's going to be giving you mental indigestion. And as soon as you see it, you know it's time to get yourself out of that situation. So, don't allow yourself to be trapped. Don't allow yourself to be put into a situation where you yourself are not able to navigate. You yourself not able to be able to think or to consider what you should be doing. If you're forced, coerced, even sort of mentally blackmailed into some things, then you need to be stepping back and be reassessing the situation. So I hope this video has been of help to you, and again, if I can be of help to you, again, my contact details are down below. Press and like this video. Until next time, take care now. Bye bye.